Hi guys, I'm back, and I hope you know who I am. Would I be Edward Scissorhand? Scissorhand? Chop, chop. Tonight, I am here, Glam Fam. I am here and everyone to talk about the movie Edward Scissorhand. And there are, get my neck up a little bit. There are a few things that probably happened behind the scenes that you guys, which I did not know either till today, that happened behind the scenes that you guys probably didn't know about. And neither did I, like I said. And I want to tell you about the movie because I loved that movie. I loved Edward Scissorhand. Just loved him to death with Johnny Depp. And if you guys would, go back and watch it again. I don't know if you guys like that movie, but I totally loved Edward Scissorhand. So, I'm going to give you some information that happened behind the scenes when this movie was made and some information on the movie. Alright. The movie came out in 1990. And the star, of course, was Johnny Depp. Now, there were some things that happened behind the scenes that I didn't know about. And you guys may have and may not have. But anyway, the movie came out in 1990, like I said. And it was made in Florida. Now, first thing I want to tell you guys was, you remember the scene where the parts where they had all the dogs? And they had all those crazy haircuts? Well, back then, they didn't have the kind of cameras and all that like they do now. They did not have that back then. So, the dogs that you saw in that film they're actually real haircuts for that movie. That was a real thing. Alright, the next thing that I was reading about was the castle that they had made in that film. The way they had set up the camera made it look like it was a great big dark castle. How they did that was, back then, they took a plastic sculpture or somehow of a black castle. And what they did was they made it somehow with a picture, and then they had took that castle and blew it up to make us all think that that was the real castle on the movie. But it wasn't. The castle was just a toy that was made into that, which I thought was pretty cool. That was interesting. Let's see. Oh, his suit. His suit was, Edward's suit was made out of duct tape and material, like a leather type material that was like you would put on leather type, like on a black couch, like a couch. His costume consists of that. And he had to wear that every day. And let's see, he was very uncomfortable in it. Every day he had to make it. Also, it also took 4 months to make that movie. And Johnny was very uncomfortable in the suit the whole time, which I can see why. When it come to his makeup, let's see, it took 4 months. Okay, I'm just reading my notes. Okay, Johnny. Yeah, every day for his hair and his makeup, every day, Johnny had to put the outfit on, the hot outfit. And he had to sit there each day for that length of time to make that movie, 2 hours each day, so they could do his hair and redo his makeup every day. He had to sit there for 2 hours straight. Alright. Then, on the scene where there were 2 times that Johnny Depp got sick. They didn't show it on the movie, of course, but there was a couple times he did get sick. One part was when all the housewives were feeding him all that food. I think there was like, what, 10 housewives or so? and they all wanted to give him, you know, tastes of other food. Well, Johnny, it took, let me see, it took over 20 times for that scene to get it right. So each time Johnny had to do those, he had to eat those every time. And there was like I think 7, 8, 9 ladies. So he was taking those bites every time he had to make that scene, which took 2 hours just for that scene. So finally, he was so full after he finally got it right that he barfed all over the place after the scene got over. I thought that was so interesting because this is stuff I didn't know about, and I really thought it was cool because, like I said, I love that movie. All right. And, oh, another scene where he got sick is when he was running down the road. I think he was trying to run away from the housewives. And he had to do that probably 20 times too on that scene right there. And he kept having to run, didn't get it right, had to back it up, started to run again. Now you got to remember this hot uniform's on him. And here he is probably at least 20 times trying to get that scene right with the housewives chasing him. And so, yeah, it was like really hot, humid in Florida at the time. So it took him 20 times or over to get that scene right. And finally, I guess when he finally did, he barfed. Barfed all over the place because it made him sick. So I thought that was interesting too. And let me turn my page because I had wrote some more stuff I thought was, it's so hard to turn things with these gloves on. And there was other scenes. The kid, I don't know if you guys remember, but the kid that was on the slip and slide, they'd only showed him, I think, maybe just a second or two. It was just a quick shot. But anyway, the kid that did that back then was Nick Carter. Nick Carter. Back at that time also, because it was so hot and so humid in Florida, they had swamps and swamps and swarms of bugs. All kinds of flies, bugs. They had a time trying to make that movie. They had to stop that camera a lot of times, because the bugs would swarm so bad that it would get in the lens, you know, in front of the camera, and they would have to stop it and they'd have to redo it. And I mean, apparently those bugs and flies and everything was really, really bad that year. So due to that, they had to redo that scene many, many times. Also, before Johnny was picked for the part, there were other people that was offered that part at the time. Now, you remember back in 1990, these people were like really popular at the time. So before Johnny was offered this part, they had offered this part to Robert Downey, which Robert Downey was real popular then, and he was too busy. He really couldn't do it because he was really busy himself. There was also Michael Jackson that it was offered to, Jim Carrey, and Tom Hanks, and I think Gary Oldman. Let's see. Choice for this actor, yeah, and Gary Oldman had turned it down along with the others, which was Tom Hanks, Robert Downey, Jim Carrey, Tom Hanks, and Michael Jackson. And the one that they really, which I take that back, I made a boo-boo. The one they really wanted was, I take that back, it was Tom Cruise. It was Tom Cruise. But at the time, Tom was just so popular in getting his other movies made that he just didn't really want to do it. And also, he did not like the way that the movie had ended, so he turned it down. And also, what started Johnny Depp, I think, his acting, he was on 21 Jump Street back then. He was on 21 Jump Street. But anyway, I think that's about all the facts I could find on that movie as far as behind the scenes. I hope you guys like this design, I guess, this character I put together, because like I said, Edward Scissorhand was my favorite, one of my favorite movies, and I just love Johnny Depp. And I hope you guys do like this video, and if you guys want to know how I did this look, let me know, because I will come back with DIY, and I will show you guys exactly how I made this costume and the makeup and the whole 9 yards. So I'm going to let you guys go. I hope you enjoyed this. Like I said, I learned a lot of facts and stuff behind the scenes that I didn't know, so I thought you guys would be interested too. Alright, I'm going to let you guys go, and happy Halloween, guys, and I will see you in my next one from Johnny Depp. Thank you very much, Glam Fam. Whoops, I didn't quite shut off, but I do want to say something else anyway. I hope I see you all in my next one, which I forgot to say. And there's no telling what character you're going to see next. You guys know that. Thank you. Leave a comment, like, and share if you would. Thank you, guys.